Hello everyone. Now, I'm glad that the 100th video is out of the way, so we can move on to the 101st. Because I couldn't do anything until Minecraft Boys had been uploaded. So yeah, I'm glad it's been uploaded then. The first episode of Minecraft Boys, I felt like it could have been a lot better. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like that. And you know what? Episodes of this series are not going to be that frequent. They're probably going to be months apart. It's nowhere near as common as BBM. So, yeah, my guess is that it won't last that long. Behemoth Blockbuster came first and it'll die after. Which is a rare case, but that's how it is, I think. More than likely. Alright, so let's get on to today's episode. I read almost the whole entire Wikipedia page for Jack-in-the-Box toys, and I still don't have that much to work with. So this may or may not be a shorter episode, but we'll see when we get there. Also, this episode has nothing to do, or next to nothing, I should say, to do with the Jack-in-the-Box restaurant. Like, the only time I'm going to bring it up is right now, so don't give your hopes up, okay? Alright. But Jack-in-the-Boxes were invented in Germany in the 1500s. Now, that's pretty old, right? I knew they were pretty freaking old. My mom thought they were like a 1940s thing. Gotta go a bit further back than that, buddy. 1940s would probably be like the Mr. Potato Head or something. If there's something as bare bones and basic as a toy where you literally just spin the crank and a thing pops up and then you put it back in there, close the door, and do the whole thing all over again, so on and so on. Yeah, I'm sure this has to be at the very least a couple centuries old. But anyway, so it was made by a clockmaker named, how do you pronounce that? Claus? Who knows? Whom they made it as like a gift for the local princess, or the local prince. He was turning 5, you know? They made it as a gift for him. Okay. Now, it was a wooden box with metal edges and corners and stuff, with, a crank and springs and all that mechanical crap. Exactly what's in a freaking grandfather clock or something like that, an old school clock. The clockmaker is probably the perfect person to do this whole Jack-in-the-Box crap. Because, think about it, they're basically the same mechanics, the same tools, like, I don't know if tools is the right word, but the same materials as like a clock. And, well, instead of making like a 50 billionth clock, he decided to make something different and think outside the box, no pun intended. And so he made the Jack-in-the-Box. And that's where it originated from. But if you think about it for a while, you may realize that Jack-in-the-Box toys are not that appropriate of a toy for a small child. I mean, think about it. I know that they usually have the melody, and any grown person is going to just spin the crank as fast as they can, and then it'll pop out. They know it's coming, so it's not going to startle them in the slightest. But for a 1-year-old, it's not that good. I mean, I know that they're kind of subtle, but just the original Jack-in-the-Boxes, first and foremost, Jacks, what are those? Well, they were originally devils. Unless you're some kind of screwed up Satanist, the last thing you want to give your kid is a toy that resembles a devil that's coming up from a hole and right in front of your face, which kind of implies that you're going to be dragged into the underworld or something. I know I'm thinking way too deep into this. You're probably like, Kale, it's not that serious. It's just a freaking baby's toy. But that's... Who wants a devil as a freaking toy? Like, come on. They were made... They're originally made as a really scary things. Like, they were probably really loud and stuff. And they were made more subtle over the centuries. And instead of a devil, it was like a clown or a jester or even a freaking animal or something. Something more kind-hearted that'll fit well with the kids. And it's a lot quieter these days. And it probably is not even going to scare even the smallest of children. But just the original Jack in the Boxes were just anxiety-inducing. Who'd want to have that? You know what? A lot of old toys were really scary back then, and they changed them to make them more fitting for children. Also, the original Jack in the Boxes, from what I know, they didn't have a melody. I don't think they did. Like, sorry, I keep getting distracted. There's no song that goes with the Jack in the Box. It would just, you would spin the crank and it would pop out at random instead of at the end of the song, which makes it even that much more nerve-wracking. And they actually still do make those randomly popping Jack in the Boxes, so you know. But obviously, it's not going to be nearly as bad as it was in the 1500s, half a millennium ago. Well, guys, I knew this was going to be a shorter episode, but that's really all I have to say for now, so... yeah. Well, I'll see you guys later. I need to quit being so abrupt. Well, anyways, I'm sorry, but I really have to go now, so goodbye.